we didn't get a lot of time to do this, but I mean, how important is it that we kind of run through the order? Do you think about the mood of the way music fits together and things?
I definitely do when I'm creating something. This was more last minute, but as I was going through it, um, I realized that it does kind of have a reoccurring theme. There's so much storytelling in each of these songs, and they all just I sat back and I was like, that's so interesting because I have these pivotal songs that leave me in this trance and inspire me to then listen to other type of music, but it's very it's about lyrics, strong lyrics, a lot of love and pain, and then there's just some party songs that just make me feel like I'm a kid again.
Two people who I'm very fond of. One is Harry and the other is Maddie from the 1975, and
Yes.
both of them chose Bread. It's really good because, I mean, for me, Bread was the artist that I listened to through my parents, and I recognize now how sweet and how beautiful these songs are and beautifully performed.
The reason why I loved this one too is because it's the idea of like this maybe tortured soul, like going through each, like never able to be, tied down or constantly just going from place to place. Because I'm an artist, so I live for a good brokenness. Like we've all been through ours.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's something about the voices that these male artists have, from like the Animals and the Guitar Man and who else? Elton. Back in the day, they all had this voice. Bob Dylan. It was just there's something about it.
Charles Bradley, are you kidding me? Oh my God. I couldn't believe that this music was made in the in the last 10 years. To me, it's so instant vintage and timeless, and yet they just captured it. And incredible.
I also love the lyrics of "Victim of Love" because it's something that I don't know. It makes you think of that's something everybody's been, whether it and just the way that it's spoken of. It's like very genuine and honest and pure, and I love that a male is singing that. It's just man, it's just good.
How was routine for you? I mean, how are you finding all of this? Not on a deep level, but just at a sort of like getting through the day kind of level.
Yeah, I do find that routine and structure helps. So, yeah, I'll kind of do what you do. I'll go into a little bit of like 2 days watching a lot of stuff, and then I'll realize I definitely need to like do something. So currently, I'm actually building this little studio situation, and I'm doing it with the people that have been in my house. So I'm creating a little station where I'm going to be able to FaceTime with my engineer and some of my producer friends, and we're going to try to make some music. So I haven't started that process, but that's what we're doing right now. I was gonna FaceTime some of my like writing friends and just like I don't know, just see what we're all feeling during this time. But in general, yeah, I do a lot of walks because that's all I feel like I can do. I do weights inside the house. Definitely embarrassingly watch the YouTube videos where I'm trying to do what the woman is telling me to do, but she looks so glamorous doing it.
Have you ever met Stevie Nicks?
I haven't. No.
Is that a real one? Is that a bucket list one for you?
Yeah, it is. I mean, ideally, like, I would have, like, probably, like, at my wedding, would love for, like, Stevie or someone in that world to sing at my wedding.
Julia Michaels, got to get your friends in here when they're this talented. Someone with, I mean, that was fun hanging out with you guys when we got a chance to kick it on the last album. And it's just great that, you can now just talk about Julia as an artist and what you love about her as an artist and who she is as a writer.
I was very excited. I mean, first off, I was with her when she said she would never be an artist. Um, and to see her now do what she does is not only does it show or set an example of how incredible she is on her own and how different her music is compared to when she works with artists. So she has an amazing ability of being able to complement other artists, but also be very sure of what her music represents. And Julie and I are very close. And I think that this song, Body, is one of my favorites because that's all you really want. You know, I think that you all parts of side of you, you just want someone to love you completely bare, you know, like emotionally and physically. But for no specific reason other than just like having someone reassure.
You have to help me out. You have to connect me with Cuddy so we can do this with Cuddy. I want to do a playlist with Cuddy.
He actually has incredible taste. When we were like, as I think that's one of my favorite, you know, parts of him is like when we hang out, like he'll play all kinds of from Rat-a-tat to, he's the one who really like has me listening to Debrat, Missy Elliott, all of these like Eve, all of these like female rappers. Like he started to kind of show me a little bit, even though I already knew growing up, I can have this idea and this noise that I could hear from my dad and all that stuff. Not noise, but the music I grew up with my dad. And but to have an appreciation now and see how females back then, it was definitely a lot harder. And they also, they're royalty, you know?
Straight out of the back of Rihanna, Love on the Brain, following on from MIA. So, Rihanna, we can't say anything about the album because she's already come out and said if one more person mentions the album, she's going to go batch. So, we ain't talking about the album.
All I'm going to say is from the get go, I have been a Rihanna fan. SOS to now. So, there isn't any real moment that, like, it isn't gold, but Love on the Brain, and when she performed that live, I think that's one of the greatest songs of our time. I just think that the way she sings that song, it just takes me to another place.
Is she your number one? Is she your favorite?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I have a whole book in there dedicated to Rihanna in my living room.
What? What is that?
The Rihanna picture book.
Right, right.
And it's not a good idea to have around when you want guys there, but oh well.
We're going to talk about Everything I Wanted, which is my favorite Billy and Phineas song and the last proper song outside of the Bond thing that they released.
First, I'll say just the understanding she has, even her song Zanny, like she already knows. She's so aware of what this industry can be and become. And when I heard that song, I just sobbed because I've been doing this for so long, and it's like, damn, that's so true. There are so many moments where I was just like, oh, it doesn't matter who you are. There's moments in your life where you're like, is this it? You know?
Stay well, stay healthy. It's great to see you. We'll catch up when the time is right and be well, yeah?
Yes, you too. Be safe.